Talk to me about working with Jen and Reese.
Well, I loved working with them. First of all, they're inspiring
Yeah.
as actresses. They were not just to mention the fact that they were executive producers, but coming into work every single day and seeing these women give their all, every take, was really inspiring for me as an actor. On a personal note, though, I would after Jennifer would see the dailies of the work that I did, she would come up to me and say, "Oh my God, you really did a great job." And I was like, "I did? Did it look good, Jennifer?" Or Reese would send me a text message, "Really great work today." That kind of thoughtfulness and care and concern, I think, is representative of them as people and their integrity and how much they cared about the storytelling.
Yeah, they poured their hearts into their roles and also into the whole production. I mean, as producers and just as people, and you see it in the work as well, and you feel it in the environment. They set the tone for the show.
They do. It's trickled. It's top down. Do you know what I mean? A show like this where the stakes are really high. Yeah. Everybody wants to do good work. Everyone wants to contribute and be inspiring every day when they go to work. And when your top two actors are like, give it everything you got. And I saw you do it. You're like, oh, phew. Great. Yeah, let me keep going.
I don't know. Were you able to have any conversations with them about that? Because I would imagine that there's some pressure with this being Apple's first show. You don't want to show that pressure. You certainly, if you're the boss, you don't want to show it to everybody, And then there's got to be a little bit of the separation of like producer and performer, where they're doing the work, they're reading the scripts, they're watching the cuts, they're sending notes to the performers that are like encouraging. Yeah. But I'm sure there are days when you are super stressed out, but you don't want to show it. Did you get a chance to pick their brains about how they're able to keep those things divided?
I didn't, but because there were just so many people involved with how the show was produced and developed and written. I give a lot of credit to Michael Ellenberg and Carrie Aaron, who were right in there with us trying to navigate the storytelling. I didn't feel like anybody on one side had more to do than the other. I think that we were all in it together. Do you know what I mean? We really were. I mean, at the end of the shooting schedule, we were all inspired and tired and exhausted. Do you know what I mean? And that's really what it was for me.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to talk to them about how they were navigating both, but we saw it. We were there firsthand, and what was tricky about the shooting schedule is that we were block shooting the entire season. So we would be shooting one day a scene from episode 3, one episode 5, and one from episode 7, and maybe one from an episode that hadn't even been written entirely.
Right.
But because we're in a specific location, so it was hard enough navigating that as an actor. I can't imagine as a producer giving notes on top of that. But you never saw them in any way. No, they were seamlessly going from one hat to another.
And it is I think that's what you want as an artist, as an actor. A truly collaborative environment means that you see everybody working really hard. You're inspired by what they're doing. I didn't feel the separation of this actor being more important or that actor or that story being more important. You felt like we were all in the orchestra having a solo, doing the best work that we knew how to do, and that everybody appreciated it. And it sounds kind of sunny, and it wasn't. It was actually a lot of hard work. Yeah, I mean, early hours and late nights, but I think that everyone's going to be really happy with the story that we tell.
Yeah. Can you guys give me the quick, I'm sure there's a lot that you can't say, but the quick 60-second tease for your characters, what are we going to see from you over the course of the season, and what are we going to see without spoiling too much? Sure.
For my character, her name is Mia Jordan. She's a producer. She starts out this season working with Chip, who's Mark Duplass's character, and Alex Levy, who's Jennifer Aniston's character. And over time, you see those production responsibilities expand as they bring Bradley Jackson in, and new stories are being told. You also see her navigate the fallout in the wake of Mitch Kessler's departure, and how that affects her.
It's tricky. Mia's at the heart of so many twists and turns. Mia's character,
Karen.
I know.
So
I know, but I gotta ask.
But you said it beautifully without giving too much away.
I didn't give
anything away.
Yeah. Really.
But no, that was great. It was impressive. Mine's a bit more straightforward down the middle. I mean, my guy, because early on you see that he's worried about his relationship with this intern, whether or not that power dynamic is now something that HR will call into question. So he's got to deal with that and how that affects his relationship with with Claire. And then on the professional side, he's dealing with a frustration that he's always had, which is feels that he's undervalued, and that he's not allowed to sort of infuse his passion in poetry as much as he would in his own copy.
He is the drummer in the band who never gets his
He's absolutely
Danko.
the blessed
Is a
drummer in the
proverbial
band.
drummer
Yes.
in the
Or the
band
bass player,
that is the morning show.
The guy who keeps the rhythm.
Right.
But doesn't get to shine.